Happy New Year. Gong hei fa choi. And the most important message this year, stay safe, stay healthy. Hi everyone, my name is Jessica Sang.
And I'm Devo Brown, Sin Nian Kwa Lei. And I'm very happy to be co-hosting with you, Jessica. I know that you have an extensive background as a family nurse practitioner, and I understand you are very passionate about ensuring a high quality of life for elders through client-centered and culturally appropriate care. That's what Yee Hong is all about.
Thank you, Devo. It's my pleasure to work with such a broadcasting talent like yourself. I've also learned something about you too. I respect the fact that you love your father so much and have taken him as your role model. We all have to love and respect our seniors.
Welcome everyone to the 32nd annual Dragon Ball. This is Canada's annual benefit gala for the Yee Hong Community Wellness Foundation and our very first virtual presentation of this most anticipated event.
The Dragon Ball is one of the largest Chinese New Year celebrations in Canada, and with your support, we hope to raise much needed funds to support Yee Hong services for seniors and the development of expanded long-term care facilities. Because of the pandemic, we need your help now more than ever. The pandemic has taken a heavy toll on our seniors and has created challenges in the way we live and work.
But we aren't letting that slow us down. We're reaching out to as many people as possible this year, the best way we know how. We've gone virtual to bring our message right into your homes. You can support Yee Hong Center for Geriatric Care throughout the show and afterwards by visiting yeehong.com/donate. If you're ready, I think we are. Let's start the Dragon Ball program with our national anthem.
I am pleased to introduce Ontario Premier Doug Ford, who has a message for our viewers.
Happy New Year! I want to send my best wishes to the Yee Hong Community Wellness Foundation for hosting the 32nd Dragon Ball in support of our seniors. Although the Dragon Ball is being celebrated virtually this year, I know that supporting our seniors has never been more important. I hope that the year of the ox bring you prosperity, happiness, and good fortune. Enjoy the ball.
Yee Hong Center for Geriatric Care was established in 1987. The founder, Dr. Joseph Wong, tells us what made him so committed to this lifelong journey.
A lot of people actually wrote us off, saying that this is impossible, you just couldn't do it.
All we had was just a dream, our guts, our naivety, and our passion.
If we have a vision, if we want to push ahead, something magical can be achieved.
I was a medical resident at Toronto Western at the time.
What the young doctor discovered as he made the rounds of nursing homes was heartbreaking. A growing number of elderly Chinese were scattered throughout the system. In effect, they were warehoused, alone, and forgotten.
Isolated, single, and suffer in institutions or nursing homes that do not understand their language or their culture. They felt so horribly treated that they often asked me, Dr. Wong, can you help me kill myself?
Dr. Wong put a bold idea on the table. He said that Chinese Canadians needed an institution to take care of their growing number of seniors. It was, he declared, their duty to build one. From that small cadre, the word went out and the community rallied. It was an inspiring response that snowballed. People came together and a range of imaginative fundraising campaigns were organized. The crown jewel of the fundraisers is the Dragon Ball. It began as a rather humble affair to celebrate the Chinese New Year. The Dragon Ball became the single biggest fundraiser for Yee Hong, and it also brought people together. It became a bridge to mainstream Toronto, and that would soon prove to be a key chapter in the Yee Hong story. The site for the very first Yee Hong Centre was chosen. A small plot of land was purchased in suburban Scarborough. Finally, construction began on the very first Yee Hong Centre. Now it was time to bring in the professionals. Yee Hong finally opened its doors in October 1994. It was quickly filled, and just 2 years later, 2 new floors were added. It proved so successful that it quickly became clear that one Yee Hong Centre would not be enough.
We have a floor in our Markham Center for South Asians. We have a wing in the Mississauga Center for Filipino seniors. We have a wing in our new Scarborough Center for Japanese seniors. So I think that the generosity of this particular group, generosity of the Chinese Canadian community, extending our goodwill to other communities, really help us to get all 4 applications through the ministry.
So we started with a group of volunteers in my basement and look at what we have today. So I would not want to miss this opportunity, this very important milestone in Yee Hong's growth, to be with you to express my very sincere appreciation, and you have made us very, very proud.
Under Joseph's leadership, there's a legacy here. That, the buildings, the institutions, the services are going to stay beyond our lifetime. And to me, I think that's something that it creates that sense of, continuity. I mean, I think there's a saying, we walk on the shoulders of those who come before us.
Kit Kuhn is a well-known journalist in Vancouver. She speaks to Dragon Ball co-chairs Kenny Wong, Lenny Wong, and Albert Wong, and later with Yee Hong Centre Chair Tony Chang.
Thank you. I'm thrilled to be able to talk to the 3 co-chairs of Dragon Ball tonight, Mr. Kenny Wang, Lenny Wong, and Albert Wong, and I'm going to talk to them separately. 嗱，今年龍宴啦可以成功舉辦啦，咁3位主席咧真係居功至偉嘅。咁我知道啦，嗱，溫建業會計師咧咁已經支持咗頤康咧係好多年㗎啦。咁呢一次咧佢又挑重擔咧，再次擔任龍宴嘅共同主席喎。嗱，咁Kenny我想問下啦，今年其實點解會有做網上龍宴呢個諗法嘅？
首先咧，我咧係唔敢去高居功嘅，因為咧龍宴咧有30幾年嘅歷史㗎啦。咁咧係好多前人咧係前輩咧係好努力咧去維持呢個傳統㗎。去年嚟講咧，咁啱喺呢個疫情開始發生之前咧，我哋啱係舉行咗2020年嘅龍宴嘅。咁呢個龍宴舉辦咗之後咧，就開始疫情係嚴重啦。咁頤康基金會咧，我哋係一定要繼續要去籌款，係幫助我哋老人家㗎嘛。咁所以咧，我哋立即係轉變咗、調整咗我哋嘅籌款嘅策略啦。咁好啦，我哋嘅員工咁佢哋策劃之下咧，咁我哋都成功舉辦咗2次係用網上嘅活動㗎，包括呢個真心英雄啦，同埋呢個九九重陽網上嘅演唱會嘅。咁2次嘅反應咧都非常之好喎。咁籌到嘅善款亦都係非常多。雖然我哋今年唔可以用呢個場所啦，但係我哋都可以有超過1000人，大家喺同一時間裏邊去享受美食同埋享受一個有娛樂嘅晚上。咁於是咧，我哋就係策劃咗呢一個網上龍宴啦。OK， 咁希望咧，咁喺大家喺呢個不同嘅形式之下咧，我哋都係可以係 一齊去慶祝新年，同埋為我哋老人家籌款嘅。
係啊，咁我哋知道啦，咁怡康咧一直咧就係作為加拿大最大嘅呢個長者服務機構啦，係一直都不斷咁樣咧接受新嘅挑戰嘅。咁呢個係其中一個今年一個好特別嘅挑戰。咁當然啦，呢個亦都係怡康能夠為我哋嘅長者咧能夠提供呢啲配合呢個文化需要嘅服務添嘅。咁多謝晒啊 Kenny 嘅。咁咧就講到今次嘅慈善晚會龍宴啊，我想問一下另一位為那個龍宴出錢出力的共同主席黃明良先生剛剛有提到呢，今年的晚會呢是特別的精彩哈，請問待會有什麼精彩令人期待的表演和特別的安排呢？
今年的益康呢開創了首次的線上龍宴，那麼我們融合了抗疫、賀新年、願景等多個主題，那麼我們邀請了海內外眾多的嘉賓來參與。我們有兩個特色首先的第一個特色呢，就是我們邀請了加拿大的 Master Chef 就是 Eric Chong 以及另外國際的名廚，就是他外號就是廚魔，也是米其林2星級的大廚師Alvin Leung 為我們來表演這個烹飪的節目。
Now, last but not least, I would like to talk to Mr. Alvin Wong, one of the 3 co-chairs of Dragon Ball 2021. Hi, Albert. Now, I know that you are an outstanding figure of the community and was one of the top public affairs professionals with the Canadian military. Now, while you were serving on a mission in Afghanistan, I heard you helped raise funds for an orphanage and a school for mentally handicapped children. What wonderful work that you've done. But I'm just wondering, how come you are supporting Yee Hong Foundation's Dragon Ball this time? It's so different than what you've been doing.
Thank you so much, Kate. And let me start by saying what truly it is an honor. What an honor it is that I'm asked to serve as co-chair of these 2 wonderful gentlemen. They've done so much work for Yee Hong, not only just for this Dragon Ball, but also in the past. You know, one of the things that I think is incumbent on us, especially when we get to grow older, is to look after our parents, our elders. They've raised us, they have brought us, and for many of them, they have brought us to Canada. And they've given us this wonderful, wonderful opportunity of life here. And now, as they're going into their golden years, it is incumbent on us to look after them. And as COVID has shown us, after 1 year of pandemic, what it has shown is that looking after elders is not just about infrastructure, it's not just about buildings, it's not just about the room, it's not just the food. It is more than that. It's about caring. And that's what brought me to Yee Hong. You see, my mother was a resident of Yee Hong at the center in Mississauga. She suffered from 2 terrible diseases, Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. And it was difficult to put her in the home, I would tell you that, and especially for my father. But knowing that she was getting this quality care in Yee Hong helped him to accept the fact that now his wife has to go into special care. And I'll tell you that in visiting her on a regular basis, I was truly touched by not just the facility and how nice it is, but also by the staff. They know her, they care for her. They know when something is wrong, and they know when she's joyful. They know her by name. And you can see how attentive they are, not just the fact that she was clean and she was well fed, and they had the programs for social interaction. They kept her mind engaged. And you can tell, even though she was in her golden years, that was the best care we could give for her. And so that's why at that point, I said to Dr. Joseph Wong, a wonderful, wonderful man, whatever you need, count on me. We need to deliver this care for all the elders. This is what they deserve as a right for their golden years. So that's why it's such an honor, such a thrill. And what a thrill it is to work beside these 2 wonderful gentlemen as well. That's why I'm involved in Yee Hong, Kit.
I'm definitely touched, and I bet many of our guests online tonight will be touched just as the same. Now, that is why Yee Hong's work is so important in the community. And with that, we thank you, gentlemen. We wrap up our time with you. Back to you.
We have a very special performance coming up for you. 8-year-old piano prodigy William Zhang from the state of Georgia in the United States of America will play for you right after this message.
On behalf of the Yee Hong Scarborough Finch team,
best wishes for the holidays and happiness throughout the new year. This year is better than previous years. May happiness follow you wherever you go. Wish you longevity and health.
Welcome back, and this is going to be a treat. He's just 8 years old, and he is a piano phenom. His name, William Zhang, and he gained worldwide recognition after winning first prize in the American Protege International Piano and Strings Competition in 2019. He's one of the youngest ever to play Carnegie Hall in New York, and tonight William plays us Chopin Fantasy Impromptu in C-sharp minor. Doesn't matter how old you are, this is a very difficult piece. Please welcome William Zhang.
My name is William Zhang. I'm 8 years old from Atlanta, Georgia, USA. Thank you, Yee Hong community, for giving me the opportunity to perform classical music for the senior citizens. In 2019, I visited more than 10 senior homes in the Atlanta area. I played classical music for the senior citizens. I love to play for them because it makes me feel so happy when I bring the happiness to the senior citizens. Now it is Chinese New Year. Happy Chinese New Year! Let me play Chopin Fantasy Impromptu, Op. 66 in C-sharp minor for you. If you want to watch more of my performance videos, please go to YouTube and search William Zhang Piano. Thank you very much.
The growing need for senior care facilities has moved Yee Hong to launch a capital campaign to raise $300 million. The goal is to increase capacity and help cut waiting times. Please donate to this important endeavor by making a donation at yeehong.com/donate.
Hello, this is Sean Chen, Member of Parliament for Scarborough North. 大家好，我是陈生源。大家好，我係陳勝元。And I'm so delighted to wish all our seniors at the Yee Hong Center a very happy Lunar New Year. As we leave this difficult year behind, let us look forward to the Year of the Ox, an animal that represents strength and hard work. I hope that these important virtues will remain with you in the coming weeks and months. Allow me this opportunity to wish you and your family good health and happiness in the new year. 我祝大家新年快乐，身体健康，新年快乐！多谢大家，谢谢 ，Thank you。
祝公公婆婆新年快乐，身体健康，牛气冲天。
This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. I've got the lightning inside me. Oh, just you watch. This is how legends are made. I'm like a titan that's rising. Oh, just you watch. This is how legends are made.
I am Helen Chin Krisher. On behalf of Audi Uptown, I wish everyone a happy Chinese New Year with good luck, health, and prosperity. Gong Hei Fat Choi.
Our next performance comes from the Canadian Opera Company, Canada's world-famous opera company. Sit back and enjoy this performance by Canadian baritone Joel Allison, a recent graduate of the COC Ensemble Studio. Joel will sing Votre Toast from Bizet's famous opera Carmen with the Canadian Opera Company Orchestra.
Seigneur, Seigneur, car avec les soldats, pour plaisir, ils ont les combats. Le cirque est plein ces jours de fête, le cirque est plein du haut tabac. Les spectateurs perdent la tête, et les spectateurs se rebellent à apostrophe, trisez ta page, poussez jusqu'à la fenêtre, car c'est la fête du courage, c'est la fête des gens de cœur.
Dr. Joseph Wong, highly respected family physician and philanthropist, is the founder of Yee Hong and chair emeritus of Yee Hong Community Wellness Foundation. He speaks about Yee Hong's ambitious capital campaign with Archie Lau, digital media specialist at CNN, based in Hong Kong.
It's my honor to be here with you tonight. And I'm gonna introduce you to our founder of Yee Hong, Dr. Joseph Wong. Good evening. Hi, nice to meet you.
Same here, Aki.
Yeah, so I know you're the founder of Yee Hong, and I would like to know, this year has been a challenging year. So Yee Hong is going to expand, right? So can you tell us something about the expansion?
Yes, Yee Hong is facing many challenges, but at the same time, it is also a golden opportunity for Yee Hong to expand our services because of the large population of Chinese Canadians in GTA. And also because of the aging trend, we are encountering a lot of difficulties making ends meet and also closing the gap of services. For example, when seniors of Chinese descent apply for Yee Hong, very often they have to wait 5 to 10 years. Although Yee Hong is already Canada's largest not-for-profit geriatric care center. We have 4 centers in GTA, serving 805 nursing home seniors, and we have other arrays of services, community-based services, senior living in apartments and other facilities. And we are serving 26,000 seniors and their family members annually. So we are a big organization, but we still could not meet the needs of the seniors, and they have to wait close to 10 years in getting into Yee Hong. So this is a big problem, and we have been trying to mitigate that for years. And in the past 2 years, Ontario government, through the long-term care division, the ministry, has given Yee Hong's largest allocation of nursing home beds, 800 in total, for 3 different cities in Toronto, in Markham, and Mississauga to build brand new 3 Yee Hong Center, doubling Yee Hong's capacity to serve hopefully within the next 5 to 6 years' time.
But I know, for expansion, we need budget, right? So how are we gonna raise that money to get that 3 centers to be in progress?
Indeed. To build 3 centers, and because of the cost of land and also cost of construction is rising very fast. So it would take us more than $300 million to build 3 centers.
and we have to bring in equity of over $80 million. So our fundraising objective is $80 million. Now, this is very challenging and daunting. It is the largest amount that is going to be the fundraising goal of Chinese community in Canada. So to us, it is a huge challenge. But on the other hand, it's a challenge that we could not decline. And we welcome the challenge, we welcome the opportunity, because it gives us an opportunity to reduce the waiting time for seniors from 10 years down to probably 4 or even less than 4 years' time. So to us, it is a very challenging opportunity. We welcome it. It is daunting, but we hope that with our Chinese Canadian community, with the corporate sector support, with everybody's support, we will be able to create an art miracle. Back in 1999, we built 3 new centers within 5 years' time. So this time we hope to repeat what people call miracle, but this is a lot more than a miracle. It is blood and sweat. It is a lot of hard work. It is determination, and it is a heart that we want to serve the community, and the community recognize it. So together, we're going to create another miracle that people are expecting. We would not make our seniors disappointed.
Right. Thank you, Dr. Joseph Wong.
Thank you.
Dragon Ball has been famous for its exquisite culinary feasts, and this virtual presentation is no exception. Stay tuned for the first MasterChef Canada winner, Eric Chong of Toronto, who will do a Trans-Pacific Ocean cooking demo with 2-star Michelin chef, Demon Chef Alvin Lung in Hong Kong.
We are the staff of Yee Hong Garden Terrace. We would like to wish you a happy and safe year of ox. 我哋係余翠園嘅職員，恭祝大家身體健康，萬事如意，恭喜恭喜。
Everything we do every day is to make sure the therapeutic care of our seniors and residents is absolutely optimized.
I think the reason our home is the best it can be is because of the systems they put in place, but also that they're willing for innovation.
And the neat thing about MediSystem is 30 years ago we started as a small retail pharmacy, and we still have that feel today.
I've been waiting for this New Year special dish all night. Now, in celebration of the Year of the Ox, Toronto chef Eric Chong, winner of MasterChef Canada, will prepare lo hai, made of ox tongue and tossed vegetables, with 2-star Michelin chef Alvin Lung of Hong Kong. A Trans-Pacific cooking demo that you do not want to miss.
Hey, Alvin, how's it going?
Good here, Eric. How are things in Toronto?
It's not too bad. How are things in Hong Kong?
It's tough. But you know, there's always going to be a better tomorrow.
Hopefully. Happy New Year. As you know, Yee Hong has tasked us to create a very special dish for a very special event, Dragon Ball 2021, to celebrate the Year of the Ox.
You know, I was born in the Year of the Ox.
Well, that must make you a very old man.
I'm telling you, old enough to give a rat a big whack.
And the rat definitely needed a big whack, because 2020 was absolutely horrendous.
Okay, tell me about the dish.
I'll be making a lo hei. Lo hei, everybody knows about. It's a very prosperous dish, one of the most celebrated dishes around Chinese New Year. Instead of using fish, I think I'll use different parts of the ox to celebrate the Year of the Ox.
That's a great idea. But is it gonna be MasterChef quality?
That's why I called you, man. You're gonna help me judge it. So I'll start off by cutting a bunch of vegetables, because every time I see lo hei, I'm always very impressed by the array, the precise cuts, the different colors, the variety. We'll use some carrots. Carrot obviously represents wealth, gold in Chinese. Different colors will be bell peppers, beets, daikon, scallion, celery.
You know, celery, kan choi, means hard work.
Well, every time we do an event together, it seems like I'm doing a lot more work than you, so I'm used to it.
Well, that's why you're here.
So I was thinking for the meats, we'll use 4 parts of the cow. We'll use some beef tripe. Normally lo hei always has hazelnuts or nuts or something crunchy. So I think if I dehydrated it, puffed it up, and fried it, it would add a really unique element of crunch to it. We'll obviously use the beef tenderloin. It's the best part of the cow, the premium piece, and I think since it's a raw dish, we should use a beef tenderloin, almost like a tartare. The beef tongue, a lot of people are kind of nervous to use it, but I think if we pickle it, shave it thin like pastrami, it'll add a very nice element to the dish.
Hey, tongue means 有利. That means good wealth. But it also means you're talking too much.
Sorry, chef. I'll get back to work. For the vinaigrette, I think it's very cool. Instead of using oil, I'll use bone marrow. Bone marrow rendered out, that'll be a nice, tasty beef element. And actually, when we dress the whole lo hei, every single component will taste like beef. Perfect for the Year of the Ox. In here, I've already prepared a little bit of plum sauce for some sweetness, Sichuan peppercorn, beet powder, just turn it red because, as you know, everybody who's Chinese loves the color red.
That dressing looks amazing. I wish I was there to taste it.
As I'm finishing up this dish, just let me arrange some of this beautiful vegetables. I have this nice beef roast here. So Alvin, what do you think?
Now that's MasterChef quality.
Thank you so much. Well, it's that time. Toss the salad.
Happy New Year! Happy New Year! 恭喜發財
to the Year of the Ox.
The MasterChef cooking segment was brought to you by Feng Tai, designed for the North American kitchen.
Yee Hong's many services help not only seniors, but also their families. They're all relieved to know that their parents are receiving such excellent care at Yee Hong's facilities.
老唔老以及人之老，孝道係中華文化崇尚嘅美德之一。我哋身邊有非常多嘅華人家庭迫切需要頤康嘅服務。麥先生嘅爸爸90幾歲，咁多年嚟都係由麥先生同佢姐姐共同照顧。但係隨住年紀漸大，爸爸嘅身體每況愈下，十分需要專人護理。麥先生嘅困境其實亦係唔少本地華人嘅家庭嘅現況。聯邦統計局每5年做一次嘅全面人口普查，最新一份喺2016年完成。當年65歲以上嘅長者人口有590萬，而且持續增長。點樣安排家人嘅晚年生活，亦成為子女嘅迫切考慮。
我哋第一個選擇呢，就一定係可以講中文嘅 workers， 就算我哋唔響樹嘅話呢，係可以直接都有人可以同佢 communication。食嘢方面呢，佢中意食啲有中國傳統。如果等唔到嘅話呢，當然係好失望啦。而我哋擺響我爸爸嘅時間呢，就越嚟越沉重啦。
頤康嘅平均床位輪候需要等10年，雖然有社工幫助申請，但係麥先生都唔肯定係唔係有機會等到申請通過。依家獨力照顧90幾歲爸爸嘅麥先生，佢一直都希望可以有一個識得中文嘅專業護理環境，等爸爸可以頤養天年。好幸運，經過多年嘅等候，麥先生終於等到頤康床位嘅好消息啦。
因為正話仔細個嗰時咧，係你照顧我哋，你同我哋 make decision。而家你老啦，我哋係 better 去照顧你，同埋去安排好嘅嘢。而我哋咧冇遺棄你啊！我每一日都會嚟探你，揾頤康係佢最好嘅選擇。
Face-changing performance, which is a very traditional Chinese stage art form, originated in Sichuan province. Now you're going to watch the jaw-dropping speed at which renowned performer Hu Huaxi changes face masks while performing dynamic dance moves.
我们四川谁？我们四川谁？
有一种绝活，既深秋好看，活脱脱一副面孔，热辣辣一丝真灿。 洒好浪漫。说是不知那是不瞒，男子不会会这不难。30岁你能看近看，前看后看，东看南看左看右看上看下看，环看四看，颜色好耍又新鲜。变换，那叫人机火箭，白蓝，简直变化多端，反复锤炼，技巧不断发展，根深救援，老辈子代代相
We have so much more to share with you. Stay tuned and we'll be right back after this word from our sponsor.
Ni hao, kung hei fa choi. Happy Lunar New Year. Thank you all for joining the 32nd annual Dragon Ball, first time in a virtual format. We all know the special place that Yee Hong holds in our community. This year, it is particularly important that we help support our seniors, especially as they have to isolate to stay safe from the COVID pandemic. Thank you, Dr. Wang, for his leadership, and to Yee Hong for the important work they do caring for our seniors. I wish you all an enjoyable and memorable time tonight. Happy Year of the Ox. Kung Fei Fa Choi.
心想事成，如意吉祥，身體健康，龍馬精神。
Kong Hei Fai Choi, Xin Yi Kwai Lo. Welcome everyone, I'm Frank Scarpitti, Sijong Shika Ping, Mayor of the City of Markham. It's hard to believe that it's that time of year again as we celebrate Yee Hong's Dragon Ball. Although we can't be together, I am thankful that we're able to virtually attend this exciting event in support of Yee Hong's expansion and of course, to celebrate the many achievements of Yee Hong. As Canada's most diverse community and as a city that's focused on age-friendly initiatives, we take great pride in the amazing work Yee Hong does to help seniors thrive and live their life to the fullest through quality care and support. I would like to sincerely thank the frontline workers, the healthcare professionals, staff, and volunteers at Yee Hong. There's no doubt the past year was extremely difficult for everyone, but your team rose to the challenge and remained diligent in providing quality care. Everything Yee Hong does could not happen without the generous support of donors and sponsors. So thank you for helping this worthy and noble cause. A special thank you to Mr. Stephen Su, President of the Yee Hong Community Wellness Foundation, and of course to Dr. Joseph Wong, founder and chair of the foundation board, and to the volunteers supporting the 32nd annual Dragon Ball. This event would not be possible, certainly without you, the participants, and many performers. And I want to wish each and every one of them a very successful event. As we step into the year of the ox, I wish you peace, health, happiness, and of course, many blessings. Kong hei fai choi, xin yi kuai lo.
The exceptional care at Yee Hong Centers depends on contributions from people like you. Visit yeehong.com/donate.
Sam 放過佢啦，佢今年會努力啲，令全世界嘅人都開心翻晒。牛仔，今年靠晒你啦！放心啦，今年係牛仔年，佢會努力噶啦。Hello， 你哋玩得咁開心，可唔可以親埋我一齊玩啊？咦，你係邊個啊？唔通你係新嘅生肖？嘻嘻，我叫 Polar， 係從北極坐住個浮冰嚟㗎。咁你真係北極熊？
仲有我哋喎，農曆新年點可以冇我哋啊？
最下輕鬆鬆，買下禮物，恭喜你恭喜我，齊扭腰轉身，快樂唱歌。仲有隻啤啤加上正式到咗，合作與生肖共舞，認真識貨。你一封我一封，利是派咗，祝你今年開心過。新春日起過。
Up next, Dr. San Ng, CEO of Yee Hong Center of Geriatric Care, tells interviewer Arky Lau how Yee Hong has been combating COVID-19 to ensure the health and safety of residents and frontline workers. Let's take a look.
With me is the former chair and the current interim CEO of Yee Hong, Sen Ing. Hi, Sen.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here.
So I know you've been with Yee Hong for some time now. So this year, I know 2020 has been a very challenging year. So can you tell us something about how you manage Yee Hong to manage that well?
At Yee Hong, taking good care of our seniors has always been our number one priority. And so with the pandemic, even though it's been a challenging year, we continue to do everything we can to ensure that our seniors are not only safe, but healthy and have good well-being as well. And so even with the continued rise in number of COVID infections across various communities, we continue to step up and really do everything we can to continue on with taking care of our seniors. So at the same time, we are not letting our guard down, even though the vaccine is here. We know that, it's really important to stay diligent. And because of that, we continue to do really well at Yee Hong.
So can you tell us more in detail, how have you, what have you done to keep everybody safe there?
So at Yee Hong, we're extremely proactive. Even during the beginning, when we had heard that there was COVID coming from overseas, we had already started to think about what to do at Yee Hong. So even last winter, we were monitoring, things and things such as, really stepping up in terms of wearing masks, sooner than many other organizations. We had gone to a so-called single employer policy where we encourage people to work with us full time so that, they're not going from center to center. And a small thing, but, just illustrates what we've done is even at the last Dragon Ball last February, we had already distributed hand sanitizer for all of our guests. And so, these are just, a few of the highlights. There are many other things that we're doing here, but all this to say is that we're always thinking ahead. We're always wanting to take care of not only all our residents and clients in the community, but our staff and also, all of our supporters too.
Right. So as we all know, the pandemic sounds like it's still continue, right? So how are you gonna keep up the good work? Is there any plan?
Yeah. So I'm really happy to announce that within a very short period of time, virtually all residents and clients have been vaccinated at all of our Yee Hong locations, which is not only our homes, but we support many clients in many buildings in the Greater Toronto area too. And most of our staff have been vaccinated too. So we're really wanting to protect everyone as much as possible. We are also very much focusing in on the well-being of our staff. So we're looking at not only, ongoing celebrations of good work and recognition, but ensuring that they have the mental health and well-being support, because it is a long haul. And we recognize that staff it's not only a marathon, sometimes there's sprints, depending on what happens. And we really want to ensure that they're well so that they can continue to take care of our seniors.
Right. So is there any planning or any focus after the pandemic or after the post-COVID?
We're already thinking about what's next. We believe that we have a role and responsibility to share what we know with other organizations and our partners in the community. And so we actively reach out to other organizations to support them, whether they're building new long-term care organizations or wanting to, learn how we do things currently. We're always here for our partners and also our funders. And so with that, we're really looking to help increase our impact beyond, the people we currently serve, not only in Ontario, but we are also helping organizations in Vancouver, and we have some connections abroad too. So all this to say is that, yes, it's been a challenging year last year, looks challenging this year, but we're really looking forward to what we can do to help others in the future.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be a part of Yee Hong.
Yeah, thank you.
The social isolation that accompanies COVID-19 safety protocols has a big impact on the mental well-being of Yee Hong residents.
The pandemic lockdown and restrictions is causing loneliness and depression to many people, especially seniors, due to social isolation. Yee Hong Centre for Geriatric Care in Ontario is doing something amazing for their members and the community. I have a chance to meet online with the Executive Director, Maria Chu.
In order to tackle the social isolation and loneliness, I want to share with you that we want to highlight care is not limited to personal care. Usually people will think of personal care only, but we really feeling that seniors, especially during this pandemic time, they feel very lonely, less connected with their loved one. So we are working on a lot of different activities, including within the nursing home. We organize a regular virtual visit between the resident and the family. And in our community program service sites, we also have our virtual adult day program and activities. And we also have our webinar for the family caregiver, because we understand that during this pandemic, the family member have to take care of the seniors at home. This is not of stress and burden for them as well. And I would love to highlight that more important is we provide a regular dance program for our patient with Parkinson. You will later on will hear a touching story shared by participants. And all these kind of activities can enhance their mood. They can feel the love and care of us. So they will feel we bring them hope and happiness.
Thanks, Maria. Now I'm going to talk to a few members and see how the online day programs keep them connected and active. 你好 Clement、Isa， 喺疫情期間咧，冇動無限嘅活動就轉到去網上進行噶，不如同大家分享下你哋嘅經驗。
唔係嗱，我哋就首先就覺得都幾多好處嘅。嗱，慳翻啲車馬費啦，即係出入嗰啲啦，時間又比較充裕啦。譬如11點上堂，10點鐘先起身都趕得切。咁係屋企又簡單啦，即係總之係咯，裝扮又簡單，求其笠翻件 T 恤啦，咁裝身係啦，咁就其實就有好處。我估唔到即係我哋 Covid 出唔到去，都仲可以繼續持續咁上堂，都好開心嘅。
因為持續上堂嘅話係好緊要嘅，因為我哋啲膽腺症嘅病人嘅話咧，就其實做運動咧係每一日嚟嗰班咧都需要做。咁但係係啦。咁如果我哋係冇咗啲部分嘅話咧，其實就會令到我哋嗰個身體肌肉咧有啲影響嘅。
Thanks, Clement and Isa. The online Dance Beyond Limits program helps keeping many people like Clement active and healthy during such difficult time. Here is another story of a member from a different program. Hi, Leanne and Nancy. Leanne, how's your mom adapting to the online program, the new routine, so to speak?
I think she's adapted fairly well. So my mom knows I am speaking in English, so she doesn't think that I am just speaking without her knowing. It's nice because it's quite flexible. It gives us the opportunity to continue to engage socially and cognitively and physically from the comfort of our own homes. Like we haven't missed a beat. It allows her to really just engage with some of her peers and as well as the facilitators. So I think the format's been really great. It really gives us an opportunity to continue to take advantage of all the great programs that Yee Hong has to offer.
Nancy, what's your favorite activity in the program?
另樣運動啊，是因為能做bingo 啊 bingo 啊。And they certainly have a great cognitive component in every session that they do, and they always have a physical component, and they socialize at the beginning. So I certainly think they're hitting all those marks.
Thanks, Leanne and Nancy. Online activities indeed helps keeping seniors and members in the community active and healthy during such critical time when people are at risk of loneliness and depression. There's so much work to be done, to reduce or even eliminate social isolation. Here you can help improve the quality of life of people in need in the community. Your donation and kind support to Yee Hong Center is greatly appreciated.
We're only about halfway through this star-studded night of entertainment. Stay with us. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.
Happy Chinese New Year！ 恭喜發財
Hello， 各位，我哋係 Finch Facility 嘅職員，我哋喺呢度為頤康全體老人家同埋社區嘅老人家帶上衷心嘅祝福。
新年快樂，身體健康。
Happy Chinese New Year！ 新年快樂，身體健康。
Born in Vancouver, Joyce Cheng is a celebrated Canadian singer, songwriter, and actress based in Hong Kong. She joins us with this special message for Yee Hong donors.
Hi everyone, I am Joyce Cheng Zhang Yan Yi. Very happy to participate in the 32nd Yee Hong Dragon Ball. 恭喜發財 to all of you and wish you a healthy and prosperous year of the ox. Yee Hong provides high standard care and services to seniors and works extremely hard to keep their residents safe and healthy. We all love our seniors and they deserve the best. You can make a difference in the lives of so many seniors in our community. Please support Yee Hong and give generously.
難為你了，在天天給我去點燈。難為你了，在天天給我退黑暗。撥去搖，撥去摸，讓我每一晚睡也安心。未記得為你心殘留一格熱能。從此我會應不抖聖字制街燈，從此我會自己哼歌面對黑暗。是我不願變高，讓這個職責10倍艱辛，直到守護我的猶如因愛被困，暗黑你聲收過，到這裏放心交給我，原諒曾次數犧牲你來教懂我。明天我要為錯局錯言去點燈，明天我要為天底一切退黑暗。未了的讓我追，願你這一晚睡也安心。若世間未夠光，弘揚這套校服，暗黑你聲收過，到這裏放心交給我，原諒曾次數犧牲你來教懂我。你可以安心去吧，安心去吧，安心去吧，安心去吧，不要害怕，去找那雙肢移動、四肢移細、仙女移白、星星那邊做你的家。我請你安心去吧，安心去吧，安心去吧，安心去吧，別擔心我，記得你，我不會太差。暗黑微聲收過，到這裏放 心交給我，原諒曾似數，今天我來撐起我。
祝大家牛年行好運，萬事如意，身體健康啊
Yee Hong gets strong support from Tridel, the renowned real estate developer. Vice President Sales Development Winston Chan tells us why Tridel has been committed to this good cause for decades.
Hello, my name is Winston Chan. I'm the Vice President of Sales Development for Tridel. Welcome to Dragon Ball 2021. Happy Chinese New Year. This year, we celebrate the Year of Ox. Precisely 12 years ago, Yee Hong actually launched Dragon Ball at one of our sales centers downtown. I remember it vividly because my two daughters was there to celebrate this joyful event. I'm sure that you recognize Dr. Joseph Wong and our Chief Operating Officer, James Ritchie. They look exactly the same, isn't it? For Tridel, we have been supporting Yee Hong for over 30 years. Tridel, being Canada's leading condominium developer, we support and recognize Yee Hong's commitment to thousands of seniors and the family across Greater Toronto Area. Together, Tridel and Yee Hong will continue to contribute to these vibrant communities. Thank you.
Happy Lunar New Year of the Ox. I'm Cynthia Lai, Toronto City Councillor for Ward 23 Scarborough North, where Yee Hong is situated. It is a distinct honor to be part of Yee Hong's 2021 virtual Dragon Ball. The Year of the Rat has been challenging and unprecedented. May the Year of the Ox bring you and yours new hope, good health, and fond memories. 恭喜發財，恭喜發財。
今年更比往年好，身體健康，歲歲平安，笑口常開。
A startling 65% of residents in long-term care suffer from dementia. Yee Hong Centers for Geriatric Care have created a caregiver support group to deal with this debilitating disease.
喺長期護理中心入邊，有60%嘅院友患有 dementia 失智症。患者嘅病徵表現為語言同行為能力下降、記憶衰退。失智症不僅嚴重影響患者嘅生活質素，更會對屋企人、看護者同其他院友帶嚟好大嘅影響。今年係 Ada 同92歲嘅先生結婚60週年，對兩個人嚟講，絕對係一個里程碑。年輕嘅時候，兩人互相扶持，但係而家就係 Ada 照顧患有失智症嘅先生。
佢好好動嘅，成日就上上落落，又試過跌親，咁啊成個瞓喺度。佢又雖然佢唔係好大件，但係我咁丁丁，即係變咗好驚好成啦。嗰時我記得係5月，大約係5點鐘，我醒咗唔見佢嘅。好驚，睇下個門口啲鎖咧就鬆咗，咪即刻叫醒個女，一人揸部車出去揾佢啦。5點零鐘都揾唔到，即刻就翻屋企報警。警察就話：你哋喺屋企唔好走，等我哋啦。咁到7點幾鐘咧，警察就話揾到佢，有個西人啊，可能係翻早班嘅，揸架車見到一個着睡衣着拖鞋，咁嗰個人咧好好，即刻打電話去警察局。
不過正所謂執子之手，與子偕老 ，Ada 冇諗過放棄。幸運地經過10年嘅等待 Ada 嘅先生終於入住到怡康，而且得到怡康失智症護理組嘅悉心照料。
最顯淺嗰一樣，我夜晚有覺好瞓，人人都話我面口好咗，佢又肥咗10幾磅。
而 Ada 自己亦參加咗 Caregiver Support Group 照顧者輔助組，同義工同其他有相同處境嘅院友家屬互相支持，更學會咗唔少護理嘅 tips。
凡係有依類嘅講座，我都盡量參加。我希望呢個即係 meeting 可以繼續多啲咯。你受咗抑鬱嘅時候就吐咗，佢個心好舒服嘅。
Emily Mo, director of the Hong Kong Economic and Trade Office in Toronto, speaks to interviewer Arky Lau about the strong ties between Hong Kong and Canada and their long-term support of Yee Hong.
So I know like Hong Kong ETO has been supporting Yee Hong for years, right? So
Yes.
can you tell us something like why, the reason behind, what's the impact, like how you put yourself like in the involvement of Yee Hong?
Yeah, Yee Hong has been long working to promote the welfareness of the seniors and especially the Chinese community, the Chinese seniors in Canada and Toronto. So through the Yee Hong's network, Hong Kong ETO has been able to reach out to the international audience in Canada to promote Hong Kong's strength as well. For example, Dragon Ball is definitely a premier gala organized by Yee Hong every year, which gathers Canadians from various sectors. So in the past year, we have partnered with Yee Hong to introduce tailor-made Hong Kong-themed performances and exhibitions to the Dragon Ball. For example, we have brought a very special rope hopping performance from Hong Kong to showcase the city's vibrancy and talents. And we also created a display of the CG Center of the West Kowloon Cultural District for the enjoyment of the ball's guests, who actually help us to share Hong Kong's strengths through their networks and channels. So in view of the pandemic, Canadian visitors have not been visiting Hong Kong for some time already. And we in Toronto cannot meet physically during our most favorite Lunar New Year. So the Dragon Ball is definitely a very a perfect platform this year for us to meet with friends virtually, to celebrate a new beginning, and also showcase the dynamics of Hong Kong so that Canadian audience can experience our culture virtually.
Sounds awesome. Thank you so much, Emily. I can't wait to see all the shows and performances.
Thank you, Aki, and Happy New Year again.
Yeah, Happy New Year to you. Thank you.
Bye.
See ya.
We want to thank all of our sponsors and you, patrons, for their generous contributions so far tonight. Every donation goes to support Yee Hong's services for senior care and the development of much-needed long-term care facilities. To donate, visit yeehong.com/donate.
And now we're very proud to bring you this beautiful performance by the Hong Kong dance company Ma Zhou, the Sea Goddess. In Chinese tradition, Ma Zhou is widely respected as a powerful goddess who protects people living along the coastline and working at sea. It is our hope she will protect us against the ravages of the pandemic as well.
Hi, everyone. I'm Eugene Kam. On behalf of the management team of the Community and Professional Services Division, I wish everybody happy Chinese New Year, good health, and good fortune for the year of the ox. Thank you.
Hello，大家好，我係 Maria 朱太，咁咧代表怡康社區及專業服務嘅團隊咧，管理團隊嘅所有嘅同事，祝大家新年快樂，身體健康，牛年進步，萬事勝意，恭喜恭喜，新年快樂！
Hi, Mayor John Tory here, bringing greetings to the first ever virtual Dragon Ball. While the event may be different online, the cause it serves is better than ever. Yee Hong and all the wonderful work it does caring for thousands of our seniors. The care that has been taken to keep Yee Hong residents safe and healthy during these difficult times has been extraordinary. And I sincerely thank all of the caregivers and administrators for that dedication and commitment. This virtual event supports not only that quality of compassionate care in these outstanding facilities, which I've seen myself on many visits, but as donors you are also supporting the ambitious expansion plans Yee Hong has in the coming years. The professional, inclusive, caring model is one that I've always admired from the first time I visited. It's an example to us in our own city and to the world of how it should be done. These shining examples will be very important as we review how we care for our seniors in the future. So thank you, Yee Hong, and thank you to the supporters of Yee Hong, and enjoy the virtual Dragon Ball.
What an amazing show we've had so far, and there's still so much more to come. But before we continue, we want to thank all of our sponsors and patrons for their generous contributions so far today. Every donation goes to support Yee Hong's high-quality services for senior care and the urgent development of an additional 800 long-term care beds so we can accommodate and care for even more residents.
That's right, Jessica, and as we have been saying, we have so much more to share with you, our audiences watching at home all over the world. Please take a minute right now to make a donation if you can. Visit our website at yeehong.com/donate.
Right now, we have another wonderful performance by the Canadian Opera Company featuring Sam Chan and Rachel Kerr. They sing a Chinese song, Homesickness. The song describes Sam's own experience during this time when many, including himself, are unable to be with loved ones during the Chinese New Year. We hope this song about returning home will bring you comfort and warm memories until you can reconnect with your family and friends.
有丝细里，清明才过了，独自个凭栏无语，更那看江外转题，一声声道不如。 归期。惹起了万种闲情，满怀别意。 落花虽渺渺微波，是否向南流？我愿与他同居。 新年快樂，新年快樂 ，Happy New Year！
Up next, we have an interview with Tony Chang, chair of Yee Hong Center. He speaks to CNN international journalist Arky Lau about the vision and expansion of Yee Hong, including its many services in addition to long-term care.
Thank you very much. Now with me is Mr. Tony Chang, chair of Yee Hong Center. Hi, Tony. Happy New Year. And I have a question for you, Tony. Now, the first Yee Hong Center was officially opened in October 1994, and perhaps some of our guests are there as well at that time. Now, since then, Yee Hong actually has built 3 more long-term care facility care centers, and these 4 centers together with Yee Hong Social Services Division are now serving over 26,000 seniors and their family members every year. Now, these are great numbers. So I'm just wondering, what is Yee Hong's vision going beyond serving senior care, in the years to come?
In essence, our goal at Yee Hong is to be a leader in providing quality care services to seniors across the entire continuum of care in Canada and internationally. So let me just briefly talk about our expanding service platform. Number 1, we have a consulting and education business, which will be focused on providing advisory services to help developers and other senior care operators with facility and operations planning, as well as to provide advisory in the development of strategic management system to meet their needs. Now, as we witness the debilitating devastation in the long-term care homes across the country during the last 10 months, we've extended our hands to some of the homes in our effort to provide them with resources that they desperately need during this challenging period. Our consulting services have been provided to many senior care organizations over the years across Canada and even in China. On the education and the training front, now all the long-term care homes have and will continue to experience staffing challenges in the future. And we at Yee Hong have established a training institute to initially provide personal service workers training, the PSW training, to qualified candidates who will benefit the training at Yee Hong with the academic training combined with a teaching practicum. Now, we also have launched a home care business as part of the community professional service offering. Now, as we only serve a very small percentage of seniors in our community who are staying with us in our homes and the retirement residents, the large majority of the seniors reside in their own homes, and many with their families. And there is a great demand for Yee Hong to provide home care services for those seniors who are staying at homes. Now, the Yee Hong brand, as many of you know, certainly are synonymous with quality of senior care. And by the way, as you alluded earlier, our Community Professional Services Group has been operating the adult daycare programs across our homes quite successfully for many years. So with our commitment in serving seniors in the community, our mission is for Yee Hong to be a leading provider of senior care services in Canada and internationally across the continuum of care.
Yeah, so thank you for sharing all these exciting news about Yee Hong's future. And that's why, I think it's so important that the community come together to give Yee Hong the support it needs, to make sure this program go into the community, help our seniors, help actually, even their families, not just seniors, right? So, yeah, so thank you for your time, Tony. And again, enjoy the rest of the evening and Happy New Year. So our host, back to you.
Parkinson's disease is one of the most baffling and complex of all neurological disorders. The cause is unknown and there's no cure. Yee Hong has developed the I Can Dance fitness program for individuals with Parkinson's so they can experience the joy and benefit of dancing. The project has demonstrated encouraging results, showing a positive impact on improving patients' motor movement and balance.
對人生無常體會最深嘅，莫過於陳先生啦。50幾歲嘅佢，最近被科技公司辭退，冇幾耐佢就被醫生證實患咗柏金遜症。
以前我以為自己都幾 fit 嘅，即係好多朋友成日話有三高啊，咁我都冇，個體重又 都算係正常啦，咁以為自己冇乜事啦。運動我都有留意嘅，我都可能做極都唔夠㗎啦。我2018年10月確診嘅，咁之前都梗係有少少嘢唔妥先去睇醫生啦，咁就半信半疑，直至到確診嘅時候比較打擊大啲咁就冇乜心機，冇乜心情咁。好在我有太太。
一次偶然嘅機會，陳先生夫婦喺飲茶嘅時候，發現怡康 Medical 中心原來有專門幫助柏金遜症嘅活動。其後陳先生參加咗舞動無限課程，仲認識咗好多朋友。患有柏金遜症嘅陳先生，佢嘅第二生命喺舞蹈台上揾到啦。
即係確診咗之後嘅心情就好差啦，乜都唔想做，咩街都唔想出，即係社交都想斷絕咁，即係自己好孤立自己，咁梗係我太太又鼓勵我啦。有個節目話呢個節目好有心思，就唔淨止你一個人做啊，你個關顧者都可以同埋你一齊做，咁就有一個社交嘅機會啦。
柏金遜患者喺日常生活中有好多局限，佢哋嘅心情更可能會隨住病情而產生高低起伏，部分仲患有焦慮症或者抑鬱症。
我哋最初咧就做咗個 pilot 嘅。咁同埋 Dance Studio、Dance DNA 咧就合辦，希望幫到啲有柏金遜嘅朋友啦。原本嘅目標咧就係想幫助佢哋嘅coordination 啊、喐動啊、可以有參加啲團體活動運動下。咁點知發覺咧，原來咧對佢哋個心情嘅轉變咧，亦都好大幫助嘅。
我從來發夢都冇估過自己以前可以同埋我太太一齊嚟跳舞喎，仲表演埋添，咁即係我諗大家心裏邊都幾欣賞啊！
就當然係團體一齊做嘅嘢，咁有各方面啦，導師用嘅心啦，同埋我哋義工落力啦，同埋我哋參加者一齊嚟參與。
On behalf of the Community Support Services, I would like to wish everyone a happy and healthy Chinese New Year.
龍馬精神，身體健康，
心想事成，笑口常開，
牛年大吉，萬事如意，
恭喜恭喜！
各位朋友大家好，我哋係代表怡康中心分治院舍嘅廚房部。喺呢度希望祝願大家老人家方面來年係身體健康，新年進步，
恭喜發財，
萬事如意， 身體健康，身壯力健，
多福多壽，健康長壽，
恭喜恭喜！想講多一句，我哋廚房部嘅同事會繼續加班，繼續努力為大家係煮多啲好餸。Thank you。
All right, Jessica, I've been hearing a lot about this. Hong Kong milk tea. What exactly is that?
I thought you'd never ask. It's a favorite of mine. Harvey Lin of Marathon Cafe in Markham, Ontario demonstrates Hong Kong-style milk tea, blending traditional brews of black tea with evaporated milk. Watch this and you'll know why Marathon Cafe has been the multiple winner of Kam Cha, or the Milk Tea International Competition in Hong Kong. Reporter Brian Wong brings you this story.
Hi everyone, I'm Brian Wong. Everybody loves food, and today we're gonna talk about food. If there's one Chinese food item I gotta pick as my favorite, hopefully it's yours as well, it would be Nai Cha, Hong Kong style milk tea. So fortunate that I'm joined by Mr. Harvey Lin, well-renowned champion Nai Cha Wong. Harvey, how are you?
How are you, Brian?
That's great. Well, you gotta tell me everything under the hood. What is the magical thing happening in a cup of milk tea?
Okay. So first of all, like the Hong Kong milk tea, it's originated in the colonial Hong Kong, and the British practice of afternoon tea is actually very popular in Hong Kong. So the Hong Kongese people actually adopt to it. So back in the 1980s, when there was a lot of Hong Kongese immigrants, who immigrate to North America, such as like Canada and the United States. So they brought over this culture with them. So Hong Kong style milk tea being very, I guess, very reasonable price at the time, and it goes really well with their food, such as like the pineapple bun with butter. We call it bolo yao. So it's quickly adopted by like the Hong Kongese restaurant here. We call it a cha chan tang. So now you can pretty much find like cha chan tang in probably all the major cities in North America.
Right, well, from far and wide, it comes in full circle. Now, if you go to any Chinatown in North America, probably you get a chance to taste Hong Kong style milk tea. It's so popular, so affordable, anyone can enjoy it. But about Hong Kong style milk tea, one thing, I have that, question for a long time is how you can make it so smooth and rich in flavor. In Chinese, we call it Heng Long Wat. But it is so easier said than done, right?
Mm-hmm. So I mean, first, right, it's the tea leaves, right? You have to pick the right tea leaves, right? So the tea leaf we use is from like Sri Lanka, so it's a Ceylon black tea, right? So which is the same as the British afternoon tea. So then, first pick the tea leaves. Second, you have to make sure the water temperature is right. So you have to boil the water to about 95 degrees. Then you add the tea leaf in the water. Then that takes a lot of patience. It takes about 15 maybe to 20 minutes to boil like a pot of tea. Then at the end, of course, you have to add the evaporated milk into the milk tea. So it takes about 30% of the cup. So you add about 30% of the milk and 70% of the tea.
So what goes in first?
The milk.
Why?
Why? Because because like first, of course, is the portion, right? You have to know if you add the milk in there, you have to you put like 30% of the milk in there, right? Portion, right? So second is like the most important secret is when you add hot teas into milk, it actually brings out the aroma of the tea.
Yeah.
So that's why, yeah.
Well, we enjoy this virtual cup of tea. But I gotta try it somehow someday at the Marathon Cafe, Malik Hong Cha Chan Tang, and to see Harvey in real time, like he's amazing.
Yeah, thank you, Brian. Yeah, for sure. You're more than welcome to come try my tea.
Thank you so much, Harvey. Thank you for your time. All the best.
Okay, thank you, Brian. 恭喜發財.
The Chinese culture is rich in performance art and tradition, including dough figurines, a street art that enjoys captive audiences. We've asked an artist to make some Chinese New Year related figurines for us in this video demo. It's sure to bring back some pleasant childhood memories.
My name is Henry Wei. This is my art doing the dough figures. I like to preserve this art. I don't want them to lose. That's why I continue to do it. Cooking the dough and around 20 minutes is the flour and some salt. Can keep the moist in the dough. Mix it and go for steam it. When I young, I on the street I saw people doing the dough figures, and I very like to do. So when I grow up, I get the book to read, and then I know the prescription. Then I started to make the dough 30 years ago. Appreciate the history behind this type of the art. always attention for something that you interest. Then you keep it in your mind. So when I want to create something similar, then I can remember what is that. You have some patience, of course. And if sometimes at the beginning you're making is not success, then you have repeat, then you will improve. I don't see many people to do it, but similarly, like the paddle or the clay, like the technique, almost the same thing. I want to open our Chinese history and let this art to living on, rather if you are Chinese or not.
Happy New Year, everyone. On today's Chinese New Year, Yee Hong Dragon Medical Center, we are honored to work every day as a team to keep the seniors safe. It's my honor to present you the magnificent Dragon Medical team.
祝大家新年快樂，身體健康。祝大家新年快樂，身體健康。Happy Chinese New Year!
Shui Ma, CEO of Hansen Canada, is an advocator of providing great education. Let's hear why he has been such a strong supporter of seniors care and Yee Hong.
Established in 2001, Hansen Canada is a Toronto-based private education provider. We strive to become the industry leader in international education. Our schools range from ESL to high school to college. Our students come from over 28 different countries around the world. And we also have campuses in both Ontario and BC. Since inception, humanity and community have been parts of our guiding philosophy throughout the organization. Yee Hong Foundation becomes a natural partner organization to work with. And Dragon Ball becomes a fun opportunity for us to work with like-minded organizations and individuals. Personally, I've been involved with Yee Hong for the past 15 years. Thanks to my dear friends Jonathan Wen and Melody Wen for their introduction. As a new immigrant from China, I've always loved this country. I love Canada for its diversity. I feel home when I'm able to help with community building. Seeing Dr. Joseph Wang and his leadership in actions further inspired me to give back and contribute to building that stronger and better community. I am very excited to join you and attend this year's Dragon Ball in the cloud. So on behalf of Hansen Canada, I wish you and your family a very happy, healthy Lunar New Year. 新年快乐，牛年大吉。
iQIYI is an on-demand video platform which has 100 million subscribers in China and is supporting this year's Dragon Ball. Its Vice President for North America, Gung Dan Hao, wishes our audience a Happy New Year and celebrates the first collaboration between iQIYI and Yee Hong.
大家好，我是爱奇艺的耿丹浩，很高兴能够参加北美地区最大型的农历新年筹款晚会。宜康作为加拿大最大的非营利长期护理机构，几十年来为千万长者提供了切合文化需要的服务。北美爱奇艺作为媒体合作平台，也希望通过我们的支持，能够传递出更多的正能量和爱心。在此，我谨代表爱奇艺北美站祝愿龙宴圆满成功，也祝海外的华人朋友们春节快乐，牛年大吉，健康平安。欢迎大家关注爱奇艺北美站，爱行千里，悦享其意，精彩内容随心看。
Hello， 大家好，我是演员王一博，在爱奇艺自制剧《风起洛阳》中饰演百里弘毅。
Hello， 大家好，我是演员黄轩，我在爱奇艺自制剧《风起洛阳》中饰演高秉烛这个角色。
大家好，我是演员董勇，在爱奇艺献礼剧《约定之青春永驻》中，我演的是陈长海。
鞭炮声声迎新年，
在这新春佳节，
祝海外朋友们新春快乐。
Hello， 大家好，我是爱奇艺热播综艺《奇葩说》的主持人马东。
我是张静初，在爱奇艺贺岁轻喜剧《夏日暖洋洋》中扮演宋小可。
嗨 ，Hello， 大家好，还是我是演员包贝尔，在爱奇艺热播剧中还有热播电影中，其实扮演过很多个角色，你们自己去找去吧。
祝北美的华人朋友们新春快乐！
鞭炮声声迎新年，在这里新春佳节，祝所有海外华人们春节快乐，百年好合 ，Happy New Year！
新年快乐 ，Happy New Year！
大家好，我是演员尹正，在爱奇艺的热播剧《鬓边不是海棠红》中扮演商细蕊。
Hello， 大家好，我是宋轶。
鞭炮声声迎新年，在这新春佳节，祝海外华人朋友春节快乐！
祝海外华人朋友们春节快乐！
鞭炮声声迎新年，在这新春佳节，祝海外华人朋友们新春快乐，恭喜发财。
Hello， 大家好，我是演员彭昱畅，在电影《沐浴之王》中扮演萧翔。
Hello， 大家好，我是演员乔杉，在电影《沐浴之王》中扮演周东海。
大家好，我是彭于晏，我主演的电影《紧急救援》即将登陆爱奇艺国际站 iq.com。
很开心能够和爱奇艺电影、
爱奇艺北美的观众见面，祝大家观影愉快，新年快乐，
新年快乐！
祝海外的朋友们春节快乐！
Hello， 北美的朋友们，大家好，我是 TFBOYS 王俊凯。
Hello， 北美的朋友们，大家好，我是 TFBOYS 王源。
Hello， 北美的朋友们，大家好，我是 TFBOYS 易烊千玺。
Hello， 大家好，我是 Angelababy。
Hello， 大家好，我是小鬼。
鞭炮声声迎新年，在这新春佳节，祝海外华人朋友们春节快乐！
祝海外华人朋友们春节快乐！
华人朋友们新春快乐！
新春快乐！
新春快乐！
Chinese idol and superstar singer-actor Xiao Zhen sings a song from a popular drama series, Qin Yu Yin, where he plays a leading role. He has millions of fans in mainland. This video is provided by iQIYI.
时光在岁月长河里不停地轮回，记忆在前世今生里不停地交汇，慢慢心喝醉，转眼间春去秋来，雁儿已南飞，谁又能舍下和你这一生相随，在梦里转了千百回。看落花无言，流离中年复一年，细数着余年，纵然实在不相见，断了前缘，无悔无怨，潇潇红尘，思念如从前。听笑愿你无眠，留一半温柔的心，看顾着余年。纵然时过境迁，一路烽烟，你 始终与我并肩。等一场潮落又潮起，湮灭了余晖。是不是思念才堆积，溢满了酒杯？慢慢心喝醉，转眼间春去秋来，雁儿已南飞。谁又能舍下和你这一生相随，在梦里转了千百回。看落花无言，流离中年复一年，细数着余年。纵然实在不相见，断了情缘，无悔无怨。潇潇红尘，思念如从前。啼笑月已无眠，留一半温柔的心，看顾着余年。纵然是划过千山，一路烽烟，你始终与我并肩。看落花无言，流离中年复一年，细数着余年。纵然实在不相见，断了情缘，无悔无怨。潇潇红尘，思念如从前。啼笑月已无眠，留一半温柔的心，看顾着余年。纵然是跨过千山，一路烽烟，你始终与我并肩。
冷漠谨慎，喜气洋洋，心生喜胜，
事事顺利，
福寿安康。
我们是家乐楼家居护理员，身体健康，恭喜恭喜！
Jessica, even though you're from Calgary, I know you've heard of former Mississauga Mayor Hazel McCallion. She's iconic in our world and is described as a hurricane that never subsides. Hurricane Hazel is celebrating her 100th birthday. Dr. Joseph Wong has a special tribute to Hazel, who is also a strong supporter of Yee Hong.
Tomorrow, February 14, 2021, is the 100th birthday of Hazel McCallion. By itself, it is already very significant. Besides her illustrious career, she is a Canadian legend, dedicating over half a century to public life in Canada. At the time of her retirement in 2014, she was the longest-serving mayor of Canadian cities. She has received many awards locally and internationally, of course including university degrees and the Order of Canada, Canada's highest civic honor. Even now, years after her retirement, she is easily Ontario's most welcome, most respected, and most loved politician, quote unquote. She continued her services to this country and to this area by dedicating her life to many different causes, including hospitals, colleges, senior care, and many others, and promoting the sports of girls in this country. She has built Mississauga from a small suburb of Toronto to something everybody now recognizes on the map of this country. She's full of life. Even at age 100, she's still working every day, 10 hours a day, voluntarily for various causes. I remember in 2003, she helped Yee Hong in many of her fundraising activities. Even driving an SUV with Jackie Chan, she was over age 80 at that time. She roller skate to fundraise for Yee Hong. She is full of life, she is full of vitality, and she has more energy than many young people I see today. She is, of course, one of the Yee Hong's co-chair of the Board of Governors, and also she received Yee Hong's Golden Achievement Award. We are full of love for Hazel. Congratulations on your 100th birthday, and you are the most respected person in our minds. We all love you and we all respect you. Hazel, have a happy 100th birthday.
For 100 years, I have seen many good and several truly bad years, and the global pandemic of 2020 has made this past year an especially challenging time. What the COVID-19 pandemic has shown us again and again is the importance of older care. We simply cannot relegate this generation to the back and forgotten. They have given us, every one of us, so much and sacrificed so much in their lives. And now when they need us the most, we must step up to fulfill our promise of looking after them. Yee Hong has been in the forefront of this initiative. I remember well when Dr. Joseph Wong laid out his vision and his plan for looking after the elderly in Mississauga, Toronto, and Scarborough, and he has delivered more than I had ever hoped. And they have done it and continue to provide care to our elders spectacularly well, especially during the pandemic. It does not surprise me that during the first wave of COVID-19, the dedicated frontline staff of the 4 Yee Hong centers did a great job in keeping every resident safe. In the more severe second wave, Yee Hong has kept the situation well under control. Knowing Dr. Wong as I do, the quality of care from Yee Hong, especially now, is not surprising. His example of excellence in service is replicated by his dedicated team. Now is the time to step up more than you have before, to truly mean what we say, that our role in supporting elderly care during the COVID-19 pandemic will be our defining success during these trying times. Thank you for your continued support for Yee Hong. Having lived through 2 global pandemics, I hope we will not see another one of these for a very, very long time.
Hello, Mayor Bonnie Crombie here from the great city of Mississauga, sending my best wishes to everyone as you celebrate Chinese New Year's. Xin Yan Kui Le. I know this year's celebrations look a lot different, but I'm so glad that we could all join virtually and celebrate in a safe way. 2021 marks the year of the ox. It is said that the ox represents diligence, persistence, strength, and honesty. These important traits can help guide us all as we work towards recovery from the pandemic and have a more enriching year ahead. Chinese New Year is an opportunity to remember and reflect on the important economic, charitable, and public service contributions that Chinese Canadians have made to cities and communities like Mississauga. Our city is a more inclusive and dynamic place because of you. The Chinese Canadian community has played an essential role in keeping our economy strong, and we remain one of the best-run cities in North America because of your efforts and contributions. I also know how caring our Chinese community is, and I'd like to thank you all for your support and incredible donations throughout the COVID-19 pandemic. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Once again, I would like to offer my best wishes for a happy and prosperous year ahead. 新年快乐，恭喜发财，恭喜发财，恭喜恭喜。
And now, once again, from the Canadian Opera Company, Anna Sophie Neher performs the Do Fairy aria with the COC Orchestra in Humperdinck's Hansel and Gretel.
ITE North America brings us another happy and funny singing performances by 3 top comedians, Shen Teng, Jia Ling, and Shang Xiao Fei, with the Chinese version of Brother Louie.
在路灯的下面，有一个小姑娘在哭泣，也不知道她从哪里来。
嗨，小姑娘哭得多悲伤，不知道是谁把她抛弃，她现在该到哪里去？亲爱的小妹妹，请你不要哭泣，你的家在哪里？我会带你回去。亲爱的小妹妹，请你不要哭泣，我会用我的爱温暖你的心里。不要悲伤，不要哭泣。哦，在这夜里，妈妈还在等你。不要悲伤，不要哭泣。在这夜里，让我带你回去。下面的朋友，一起来！在路灯的下面，有一个小姑娘在哭泣，也不知道她从哪里来。嘿，小姑娘哭得多悲伤，不知道是谁把她抛弃，她现在该到哪里去？亲爱的小妹妹，请你不要哭泣，你的家在哪里？我会带你回去。亲爱的小妹妹，请你不要哭泣，我会用我的爱温暖你的心里。亲爱的小妹妹，请你不要哭泣，你的家在哪里？我会带你回去。亲爱的小妹妹，
这夜里，妈妈还在等你。哦，不要不要悲伤，哦，不要不要哭泣，好，在这夜里，让我淡淡的回去。
Our first virtual Dragon Ball has been a very effective way to get around the limitations presented by the pandemic and to bring our supporters together. If you can, please make a donation at yeehong.com/donate to support the important work of Yee Hong Centers for Geriatric Care.
If you like a little fusion with your music, you're in for a special treat. Stay tuned for Chairman George, a Canadian Greek singer who sings in Mandarin and celebrates Chinese New Year with a group of his fans. That's coming up.
Two, one.
祝大家龍馬精神，
萬事如意，
迎春接福。
唔喺個肚度啦，從心所欲，
一團和氣，健康快樂。耶！
Ottawa's Greek-Canadian singer, Chairman George, who crosses Greek and Chinese music, sings a Greek song with adapted Chinese lyrics. Chairman George rocks the house with a stirring Mandarin language performance. Here is Chairman George.
爱上去了，只用1秒钟。
Now here is a Greek song I actually changed into Chinese. 来吧，来感受生活多精彩，美好的一切不天亮不离开。Here are those same lyrics in Greek. Έλα να νιώσεις πως είναι η ζωή κι όλα τα ωραία μέχρι το πρωί. But wait a minute, I'm going to do the whole song for you. Are you ready? Here we go. 哇塞，给你们唱歌。来吧，来感受生活多精彩，美好的一切不天亮。 来吧，来感受生活多精彩，美好的一切不天亮不离开。Baby呀，来吧呗。今夜海边，灯火耀眼，舞步飞扬，音乐震天。 来吧，朋友，我们干一杯酒，美好感觉让你快乐无忧。来吧，朋友，我们干一杯酒，美好感觉让你快乐无忧。来吧，来感受生活多精彩，美好的一切不天亮不离开。来吧，来感受生活多精彩，美好的一切不天亮。
哥们儿，舞台是你们的啦！
吧来吧，一起精彩，琵琶动听，
烦恼不在。
如果你心中隐藏着伤痛，孤中的清晨会把它笑容。来吧，朋友，我们干一杯酒，美好感觉让你快乐无忧。来吧，来感受生活的精彩，美好的一切不天亮不离开。来吧，来感受生活的精彩，美好的一切不天亮不离开。来吧，来感受生活的精彩，美好的一切不天亮不离开。来吧，来感受生活的精彩，美好的一切不天亮不离开。来吧，来感受生活的精彩，美好的一切不天亮不离开。来吧，来感受生活的精彩，美好的一切不天亮不离开。来吧，来感受生活的精彩，美好的一切不天亮不离开。
Happy New Year, everyone, or in Greek, Kalikronia, or in Mandarin Chinese, 新年快乐.
It is now my very great pleasure to introduce Stephen Siu, president of Yee Hong Community Wellness Foundation, the brain behind this year's first ever virtual Dragon Ball, with a message to our sponsors and you, our audiences at home.
Now is the time for me to say thank you to you all. When we make a last-minute decision to go ahead with the virtual Dragon Ball last November, some people were describing it as an impossible mission during the pandemic. But we took it up, make it an unusual virtual Dragon Ball for unusual times. Because, frankly speaking, we need the money. We need the money to maintain our excellent service. We need the money to serve our aging population. We need the money to fight COVID-19. We need the money to build 3 more long-term care centers in the next few years. Many thanks to our sponsors, donors, supporters, and everyone involved in the production of this virtual Dragon Ball. Upholding the Yee Hong values, and with the belief that the word impossible is not in our dictionary, we got it done. Setting a new record in virtual fundraising, a new record of reaching the widest audience internationally, making the first virtual Dragon Ball one of the most entertaining events during the Year of the Ox. The Chinese New Year is not only a time for celebrations, it's a time for us to show our respect to our seniors. If you have seniors around you, you are lucky. Please give them a virtual hug and wish them good health. Pick up your phone. There are many seniors who are home alone. Tell them how much you miss them, how much you love them. We support each other during this crisis. Happy New Year.
All right, and as we come to a close, Jessica, I'm sure you'll agree with me that this has been one very jam-packed show with spectacular entertainment and, of course, a hearty response to a very worthy cause.
Yes, Devo. Yee Hong Centers for Geriatric Care strive to ensure their residents, our precious family members, live in a warm and caring community environment while they receive the best possible long-term care. But they can't achieve that important goal without the help of our sponsors and patrons and people like you.
I'm so happy and honored to have been a part of this exhilarating first virtual Dragon Ball production and to see you, our audience, support the future development and expansion of Yee Hong the way you have.
Doesn't it make you feel good when you've done something helpful for someone else? That's what motivates Yee Hong to provide the best possible care for their seniors. Please help them in their commitment to do that by making a donation at yeehong.com/donate.
I agree wholeheartedly. Let's do this again next year. Keep your donations coming in. We need your help more than ever. Good night and happy Year of the Ox.
thanks to the generous multi-platform support of our sponsors, Singtao, A1 Radio, iQIYI, Omni2 TV, and Yee Hong's YouTube and Facebook. We expect this virtual Dragon Ball will set a record for the widest audience ever. As we like to say, we can't do it without you.